Hello, Big Yumbo here. Today I'm just going to show you a selection of things that sold over the last week or so on eBay. Basically, just stuff that I think is cool or could potentially have something to say about. Blah, blah, blah. Pair of Judy blue jeans. I get embarrassed. I do a lot of women's section. I do the women's sweaters, the women's jackets, and the women's jeans primarily. And I get embarrassed sometimes, especially like I found a bunch of back-to-back Judy blue jeans, like 6 or 7 pairs of them, all in this big size 18W. And I'm just like loading my cart up with all these women's jeans. I still get embarrassed about that, but they're good, especially in the bigger sizes. They're not like huge money. In my experience, the bigger size Judy blue jeans, ones that aren't too distressed, it's an easy, 25 bucks. These ones sold for $30 plus shipping. Just some used women's jeans that aren't even really that expensive when you go to the store. Oh my god. Is Judy Blue like an MLM? Who is this chick? Does Judy Blue have their own store? Yeah, it looks like Judy Blues only go for like 87 when they're new. And we are seeing a lot of thicker ladies on the first page of the website. So I'm guessing the bigger sizes are probably better. Eton or Eton. I like this brand. The plain ones, the plain button-up shirts, if they're even slightly expensive, I don't pick them up. But this one had a cool pattern. Because of the cool paisley floral all over print pattern, I got $34 plus shipping for that. This is a very basic looking Levi's jacket. It was in the store for like $3 on a half off day. It sold full price $35.99. I think it's simply just because of the fit of the jacket. I called it a Ricky jacket. Right here, that's the keyword I used. Which is like a 1950s style, kind of like sport jacket. But this one's just from 2003. So 35 bucks for this is pretty good. It's just made out of like, not even canvas. It's made out of like twill. But it's Y2K. This one I showed in another video. I thought this was only like a $30 thing, to be honest, but I just thought it was cool because it resembles a Browns Beach. But it sold for $75.99 plus shipping, and pretty quick too. I listed it on the 27th and it sold on the 5th. Yeah, Polo Ralph Lauren, I think top 2 favorite brand. This one I was hitting the women's section. The main reason I'm hitting the women's sweaters is I'm looking for a Kuji. I'm looking for, basically I want a Kuji or I want a, well, there's a lot of them. I like Kuji, Aaron Crafts, but the main one I'd like to find is one of those 60s mohairs. I did not find a 60s mohair, but I found that fake Gucci sweater that I was wearing in one of the last videos, and I found this right next to it, which is I'm thinking it's probably like 90s. I don't know. Kinji. There was like no solds on this brand, but the fact that it was mohair and then it was like a chunky, thick knit sweater, it sold for $42 plus shipping. This brand is pretty good. Sometimes it'll just say steady. Sometimes it'll say steady last call. This one says steady classics. They're just basically polyester bowling shirts. Some of them are much cooler than other ones. This one's a super basic, so I listed it cheap. It probably has some wear to it, because usually I list them for like 35 bucks. This one had some fuzzy wear. Yeah, steady. This is another one that I showed you in a video in the backyard, and it sold super fast. It sold, listed at January 27th, sold February 4th. Just a Gap leather jacket. I don't really know. It looks like something like Blade would wear, like Wesley Snipes. $80 plus shipping. Pretty darn good. So yeah, just pick up Gap leather jackets. Not all of them are that great. Like, why is this one only $69? Is this a women's? What is the measurements? Yeah, I think this one's a women's, because mine measured way bigger than 22, I'm pretty sure. Let's offer this guy $1. $10. Oh, automatic decline. Speaking of offers, do we have any offers we can do? Boom. Alrighty, this Sunday Swagger shirt listed for $30. The guy wants to give me $15 for it. I'm going to decline and say no. This guy wants to give me $20 on a $30 KJS polo. I'm going to accept the offer because KJS polos just ain't been doing that great lately. They look like this. I will say their other stuff, like their jackets and their vests, they're more substantial pieces for KJS, are pretty good. So this is a sold $20 KJS shirt. We got a Brandy Melville hoodie. Usually these Brandy Melville like crew necks, hoodies, they actually make really nice sweatshirts. It's a women's company. They're all one size. I think this one's probably like 100% cotton. They're really nice, in my opinion. And they just do like fake vintage sweatshirts. They do a lot of other stuff, but that's the item that from Brandy Melville that sells pretty well for me. I think the lowest I would go is 25, but I'm going to hit him with a 30 because he sent an insulting $10. Well, it's not really insulting, but if you send me a shitty offer, I'm going to send you a shitty counter offer. If you send me a fair offer, I'm going to send you a fair counter offer. That's kind of how that goes. I don't really take it personally ever. Any offers that I get. This one sent a fair offer, $20 for a pair of Levi Stay Pressed pants. They're not even like a good size. They're just shitty polyester pants from probably the 90s. I'm going to send him a fair counter offer, $25. Carhartt hoodie, new with tags. They sent 39. I'm going to hit him with, I have it listed at 60 bucks. I'm going to hit him with 45. That's about as low as I can go on that. This is a cool jacket. It's not that old, though. I have it listed for like $195, which is too much. See, I listed it 6 months ago. What is this one? The Into B? Is it Into B and N3B? Or is it Into A? I don't remember. There's one that's like a parka version of this, and then this is the more bomber version of this. I have an old 60s one in my closet that's pretty cool, but I don't think this one's that old. Cannot decipher. This one might be older. Mike in Mexico, when's this one from? Some of the Air Force stuff, Mike in Mexico told me is harder to date. And this one is harder to date, in my opinion. These are also called snorkel parkas. 80 bucks, I'm going to hit him back. I think I'll take 100. That's the least I can do. That's half off. I'm going to say, best I can do, amigo. Nobody reads the message, so you could literally say anything and it won't matter. More offers. A vintage military shirt, OG 107 sateen, 1965. Days aren't that good. Even if they're from 1965, I'll probably accept $25. Hopefully this goes to someone that collects them. It's a tiny size. It's size 13.5. For reference, a 16.5 is a large. I think a 16 is a medium. A 15.5 is a small, so this is like extra small. I think that's right with the sizes. Oh, is this another one? Or did I already accept this? Does he want both of them? Okay, I think he bought 2 of them. I'm going to charge him double on the shipping unless he asks for it to be cheaper. All right, 20 bucks for a pair of Lululemon Commission Classic Fit. Old version, I put in the title. Sometimes I'll do that just so they know. It's like these ones feel really shitty and not very nice. You can almost just tell by the little photo there. I will definitely take 20 bucks for those. A Fiore shirt, it's listed for $35.99. Just a basic Stratotech. Those are like the most common shirts from them that you'll find all the time. 27 off of $35.99, accept. Vintage Levi's jeans. They sent me a $40 offer on a pair of $75.99 jeans. These are a very nice pair of jeans. Excellent size, 34-32 measured. Beautiful faded black with no flaws, and it's a 501, so we're going to hit them back with 65. I think these jeans are worth $65 in my opinion. This one sold. Oh, okay, so that was all my offers. Now we're back to what sold. This thing sold. I showed you it in the backyard. It sold for, let's see, sold for $70 plus shipping. I basically just pulled the price of this out of my ass with $100. Yeah, it's Circle S. It's just a Western brand. Their stuff usually doesn't sell for that much, but this is a cool kind of cropped fit tuxedo style, bolero style jacket, like Circle S jacket. I'm gonna put Western men's. Oh, I got the burps. So yeah, find their basic blazers and stuff. This is about the type of pricing that I've been used to, like $35-40. But if you find a cool cropped fit 50s looking one, even though it's definitely not 50s, it'll sell for more and it'll sell fast. But I think these other ones are still worth picking up. I think they might be more long tail. Let's see, there's 474 sold. Lowest 734 listed for Circle S jacket Western men's. Actually, not a bad sell-through rate. I'd probably pick up all of them if they're interesting, because you look at this guy right here. Is that actually suede? That's such a shitty picture. That's not real suede. That's faux suede for sure. Where's the... Yeah, it's polyester, and they put suede. Oh, it's micro suede. Micro suede. Okay. Yeah, micro suede is fake suede. It feels like one of these guys that you clean your glasses with. Sold this guy real fast. Sold for $80 plus shipping. It's just a vintage OP jacket, shacket men's medium relaxed wide whale corduroy full zip 90s. It's beautiful. Beautiful. That's all I got to say about that. This one sold insanely fast. Just a very basic looking sweater, but not basic at the same time. It's very heavyweight with, I guess you would call this kind of cable knit or maybe chunky knit. Maybe this is cable knit. Anytime you see a sweater that's made in like Ireland, Scotland, UK, which I think those are all UK, right? England is UK. Those are worth looking up. They sell, most of the time they're worth grabbing after you look them up. But do you think you should look things up? In one previous video I said that you shouldn't look anything up. I never look anything up. I look things up every single day in the thrift store. I sometimes speak in hyperbole where I will just like if I sold 10 of those, I sold 1 million of those. You know what I mean? That's how I talk. That's how my mom talks. She transferred that to me. So just fact check me. It's not that hard. I don't mind being fact checked. This one sold for $84.99 plus shipping. Full price. And it sold, listed at February 3rd, sold February 3rd. Donegal 2 of Ireland. This Gap shirt, women's, I just like Gap and I like women's pearl snaps and I like men's pearl snaps. Particularly when they're denim. This sold for some price. I'm not even going to click the other page. It probably sold for between $15 and $25. Listed December 6th. Sold February 3rd. Sold in less than a month. Grab that kind of stuff. This sold very fast too. Listed at January 29th. Sold February 2nd. A couple days there. It's really annoying. I have to click this other page to see what it actually sold for. I wish there was a quicker way. And then on the other page, there's a lot of personal info. So I have to do a lot of cutting when I make these videos. Whoa, this guy paid $131.98. Oh, he bought 2 items. Let's see if I can get to the other items without doxing him. Okay, he's not doxed. He bought this Grateful Dead thing, full price, $85.99. And this Las Vegas jacket, full price, $45.99. Let's go back. This guy, which we just learned sold full price, it's just a modern, shitty piece of merch on this shitty, generic tag. But because it's, you know, from the Las Vegas Sphere, which is, you know, the big round thing in Vegas where they have concerts. Basically, that thing is never lit up. If you live here, there's not... When they first built it, there was always shit on it. Now it's just a big gray round dome. Sometimes on the weekend or if there's like a big holiday, they'll light it up. But it just seems like it's either a gray round circle or there's commercials on it. It's never cool stuff anymore. Anyways, sold that. Sold this. It's a vintage Las Vegas jacket. These things are all over the damn place. But I really liked the screen printing on this one. I like this, the two-tone, kind of like a bone white paint on the black satin. Just really pretty to me. And then someone just embroidered a little zebra on the front. Or they stitched one on. I don't think it came with that. But it's just a beautiful little jacket, so I did pick it up. Usually I leave these. There's a million of these in Las Vegas. I mean, they're probably all worth picking up if they're cheap, because Las Vegas, everybody knows Las Vegas. And this one's probably like, what, 80s or something? Maybe 90s? Yeah, I think you just get sick of seeing them every day when you live here. It just looks like junk, so you don't grab them. But this one I thought was cool, so I picked it up. End of story. Not much to say about this. It's a Mountain Hardwear jacket. I like Mountain Hardwear a lot. Is Mountain Hardwear the one that's the same company as Columbia? It's just like their nicer stuff. Mountain Hardwear owned by... Oh, someone already Googled that for me. Yeah, it's a subsidiary of Columbia. I mean, their stuff probably isn't any nicer than Columbia then. But through branding, they've tricked me and a lot of people that it is better. It's made out of Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex is going to be falling off pretty soon. A lot of people not liking Gore-Tex. I watched a video about how Gorpcore is not cool anymore. Like, you know, the Arc'teryx Gore-Tex jackets that everyone had last year? I almost bought one. I wanted one so bad. But they're like $400, so I did not buy one. But yeah, that stuff's not going to be cool anymore. I guess because Gore-Tex causes your testicles to like swell up and gives you brain cancer and kills you and does all this stuff. So I think it was just a 2024 type thing. But Gore-Tex has always been good to sell. It's super effective. I've had nice Gore-Tex jackets before, but I think it's just gonna fade away. Anyways, this jacket sold for $64 plus shipping. Starting to peter out here, but we have a military shirt. This one I got at the Flea. It's Frog, flame resistant, organizational gear. Not everything that says Frog on it is good. Most of it isn't good. But usually if it says, if it says Frog, plus it's a cool pattern, like this is the Navy Type 3 pattern, it's going to be good because the Navy SEALs wear that type of pattern. Most of the time when I see them like on YouTube or whatever, they're just wearing like multicam, but they technically wear this pattern. I think they can just kind of wear whatever they want. Yeah, that pattern, if you find it in pants, blah, 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 whatever, it's good. This sold super fast. I didn't think it would sell so fast because it's a size small. But, I mean, it's just a good style jacket. It's wool rich. It's got a thick, heavy wool exterior. I do love this little logo here. I think it'd be I wouldn't get this tattooed on me, but I think, like, some cool, like, hipster chick. Like, for, like, a cool line tattoo. A sheep. A goat. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just talking. This thing sold quick. I think they sent an offer for, like, 18 bucks. It's Topo Designs. It's women's. It's super faded black. It almost looks purple. Almost like a raisin. Topo Designs can be good, but not always. This thing sold at full price nearly instantly. Listed at January 31st. Sold January 31st, so we'll call that instantly. It's a Railwind sweater. Maybe should have listed it for more. I don't find this brand very much, so I'm not so confident in it. Cool vintage style ideal zipper. You see that on a lot of military stuff. But when I don't find something very much, I usually am not that confident with the price that I listed at. So I just kind of put it towards the lower end. And then if it sells, I'm like, oh, the next time I pick it up, I list it for more. Some Fiel Rêvant. That sounded French. It's more like Fial Rêvant. I don't know. I know that word is fial, and then I don't really know how to pronounce that one. It might just be Raven. Oh, we found some G1000 pants. These ones are called the Carl trousers. I think the G1000 refers to the material. What is G1000? It's a densely woven fabric made from polyester and cotton, and then they wax it. So this is like the answer to Gore-Tex. Everything's going to be made out of waxed canvas next year. Waxed canvas is going to be the new Gore-Tex. These sold, list them January 21st, sold January 31st. Got $65 plus shipping for them. Sold this Gap jacket. It sold in 2 days after being listed. It had a broken snap on the collar. There's no male portion. There's the female, there's no male. And it's super modern looking, that tag right there, that Lucky Brand tag. But this is a kind of a cafe racer moto. These from most brands are doing pretty good right now. I wasn't too sure about this one. I think I picked it up for like 15 bucks. It has the Cryptek camo, which used to be really good. Anything Cryptek used to be really good. Even just a t-shirt that said Cryptek was good. I don't know if it's quite like that anymore. The brand is Nomad. And then you can see where it says Banshee. That's the style of Cryptek camo. This is their Banshee camo. Yeah, they just make these weird patterns that kind of look like bug skin. Yeah, but there wasn't a lot of Nomad Cryptek camo jackets listed, so I threw it up for 75 bucks, and we got 50 bucks, and it sold real quick. Oh, here's another Steady shirt. This one we got 35 bucks for. This one is way cooler than the other one. I'm really into, what is it? Is that leopard or cheetah print? I don't know the difference, but I really like it. This was the like original camo when warriors would go into battle back in the day, like thousands of years ago. They would wear like leopard print and zebra print and that kind of shit. Or just be naked and cover yourself in mud. Yeah, but look at the buttons. This has like a epoxy coating on it that's shiny with like little shiny little dice underneath. Very cool in my opinion. But they're all made out of polyester, which I don't like. If they made their stuff out of like rayon, that would be awesome. Steady is the brand. Sometimes it says Steady Last Call. It's just like vintage inspired, right? Because it says .com. It could be Y2K. I don't know. Very Las Vegas-y. This asshole, I gave this guy this jacket for 25 bucks, which, I mean, it's in terrible condition. I paid $10 for it, I think. Like, the buttons, they all rusted and stained everything, and I tried to clean it up, but it didn't really work. This is a 70s Type 3 with the sleeves cut off. I mean, and it's pretty obvious from this first photo, right, that there's no hand warmer pockets here. And if you're not a complete moron, you know that they didn't add hand warmers until like 1984 on Type 3 jackets. But this dipshit returned this, gave me an INAD because he said no pockets on the front. Unfortunately, this jacket is a Type 3 that had no pockets except at the chest, which was not described. Thank you. And then he sent all these photos, like, to prove that there was no pockets. Yeah, dumb mother... The part that just makes me mad, it says, which was not described. Why would I say that there's nothing there? Like, why you say what it is, you don't say what it's not. You know what I mean? So usually returns don't make me mad. I just get real mad when you give me an INAD because I have free returns. I'm not going to give you your original shipping back. So this is either a lie to get your original shipping back, or you're just completely fucked. First off, the guy said, hey there, if you could do 25, I could buy it today. I accepted 25 because it's a shitty jacket, right? And then he does the return, and then I say, hi Ryan, I see you're confused about the lack of hand warmer pockets. Levi's didn't add hand warmers to the Type 3 until the mid-'80s. Then I send him this picture. Levi's added hand warmer pockets to their Type 3 jackets around 1984, right? And then I say, you might want to look for a 80s or 90s vest. You know, I'm still trying to be helpful, but I'm being kind of like a little bitch. And then I say, thank you for trying to hurt my account, saying that the item was missing pieces, though. I'm basically trying to start a fight with this guy, an argument. And he said, specifically the Type 3 jacket, most common Levi's jackets have had them since the 60s. You didn't state it was a Type 3. I did state it was a type 3. It says literally type 3 in the title. You idiot. And then he said, I'm not trying to hurt any account, so you can stop with that. This vest did not work for me nor fit. Okay, so then say I changed my mind, or say didn't fit is the return reason, right? And then I said, I don't usually do this, by the way. I don't usually fight like this. And then I said, it says type 3 in the title, and you can clearly see it in photos. There's no 60s Levi's jacket with hand warmers. Facts. I have no problem with getting returns, but when you lie and put the reason for return is missing parts or pieces, it's a defect on my account. You only get so many of those. It doesn't really actually matter if you get an INAD or two, especially if you're selling a lot of items. And then I said, just consider being honest when you return something. And then I sent him some photos where you can see all the variations of the common Levi's jacket in the 60s. And there's clearly no hand warmers. So the guy is just a complete moron. And then I said, good thing I have a reference book. Here's all the variations of Levi's jackets that have existed in the 60s. No hand warmers. All right, this company's good. My girlfriend taught me about this brand. It's called Retro Rifle. It's kind of a in-and-out spoof shirt. Sold full price, $35.99. See? What else we sell? Sold an Abercrombie hoodie. I love Abercrombie. This is the true Y2K. A lot of kids think that in Y2K times we wore Jenko jeans and Deftone shirts, but nobody wore that. Everyone wore Abercrombie, Hurley, Quicksilver, Lacoste. That's what we wore in Y2K times when we went to middle school, when we went to high school. This is what we wore. Not cool stuff. This sold this morning. It sold for $40 plus shipping. Took an offer. Sold real fast. I've been listing these thermal hood Polar Ralph Lauren hoodies for like $30 for the last 2 years. And I've just found out the other day, I finally actually looked it up. And they sell for about $50. So maybe they didn't always. But now they do. Vintage Sears Kings Road. Girlfriend got me this one when I didn't feel like going to the thrift store. Sometimes I don't feel like going to the thrift store. She'll go instead. And she grabbed me this one. Thank you, girlfriend. I don't know when it's actually from. So I just said, it's definitely 60s or 70s, right? Based on the style. The camp, the crazy mid-century buttons. But you can go to this one website called Vintage. What you do is you go Vintage Fashion Guild, and then you type in the brand, Sears. It's easier than searching the website. And then we'll go and see if we can find a Kings Road tag that matches ours. So what does our tag look like? All right, so our tag looks like that. And then you just go here and you kind of look, they probably don't have your exact tag, but you're going to look for, patterns and stuff. Like, when do we first see Kings Road? And I don't know who verifies that these are from these actual dates. All right, here's a Kings Road tag. It's on gold on white, made in Korea. Ooh, that one looks pretty similar. 70s. But when do we first see Kings Road? And this isn't the law. This is just you just kind of look for patterns. Because all this dating stuff is just, there's no reference. There's not a lot of references, I would say. There are some, but, like, who is Ranch Queen Vintage? We don't know who that is. I think this is the closest one. That one's different, though. Sears is in a box. So maybe we can do it by, see how Sears is in a little box there? Sears is in a box. Because Sears is in a box, Sears is in a box. When did Sears get put in a box? Sears in a box late 60s, Sears in a box late 60s. Okay, Sears has been in a box for a long time. Okay, it looks like Sears, the word Sears got put in a box around the mid-60s. Before that it was cursive. So 60s. Box starts in the 60s. So it's late 60s. And let's see. I'm going to go, yeah, it's probably just early 70s. Sears in a box. When did Sears stop being in a box? But a lot of Sears tags turned black in like the late 70s, I know. So you start seeing the gold on black a lot more. Okay, Sears is in a box. Oh, and then I forgot what year Sears went to this. Yeah. Anyways, if you just kind of look at this website and just kind of scroll around, type in different brands, you can just kind of pick up on patterns and then Google it. You know, go on Instagram, see what the True Vintage guys say about it. Yeah, that's how I, a lot of times, will date stuff. More Judy Blues, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we just lost a Pendleton jacket. I sold the Pendleton jacket, women's one, for $70. It's gone now. Pendleton women's. I have two of these jacket. There's this one here listed for $75. And then I just sold this one today. Oh my god. Sometimes you have to click sold twice. I believe it was an offer of $70. Yeah, that's a pretty good offer on a $75 item. Plus $14.99 shipping. Sold some 569s, full price $35.99, just some Y2K jeans. Sold this one. I accepted an offer of $250, $125 off. Because when you send me an offer that's like over $200, I pretty much just black out and say yes. Probably could have hit them back and got more money, but I spent like $15, maybe $12 on this. So it's good for me, and I'm going to find more of these because I found another one a couple days later. Some 517s, full price $49.99. This one also sold full price $45.99. It sold in like a day. February 8th, February 9th. Sold in one day. Brand is Christopher Hayes. But see, I looked it up because it was made in Scotland. Suit supply, more wool. This one's alpaca. This one took a while to sell. Accepted an offer, $25 off. Sold for $50. It's just a nice little waistcoat. The basic shirts from Suit Supply, like I think their Traveler shirt and all this crap, it doesn't sell very well anymore. But anything substantial, I would definitely grab from them. Sold this one for I think like $55. Took $25 off. It's been listed a while. Listed in November 4th, sold February 7th, so like 3 or 4 months. Really cool Jordan hoodie though. Cool zipper pull. All right, I gotta get out of here. I'm dying. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.